let me show you how it started. Here's how, before we show the tape of what we came in on, let me just tell you that the person who's in this gold minivan was at first accused of stealing a car that had a 4-year-old child inside. Somebody went inside in a gas station and left the 4-year-old in the car with it running. That's the red car. Now watch the red car. That's the one the suspect was in with a 4-year-old in. He sees his opportunity and kind of stops this woman, jumps out of the car. The 4-year-old's still in the red car. He accosts this car, kind of is able to boot the person out. Thank goodness she got out, and now he's in the gold car. At last check, according to KMGH, our affiliate, the little 4-year-old boy is safe, thank goodness, and is with police in that area. And here that person was then driving the wrong way after crossing the grass median, and so that was then. Here this person is now. You can see the roads are a little bit more closer to the snowy areas because PJ said they had some snow here. But this chase continues as time ticks away. According to KMGH, the suspect was able to avoid some of the stop sticks, that police will put down, and was able to do so twice. So this is the carjacking of the gold minivan. The affiliate says that was on I-76. We've been watching this for some time now. You go from municipality to municipality. You're switching different jurisdictions, so I would imagine you can get more and more police and authorities involved here beyond the highway patrol. I also have Vinny Politan, who, he's not only a newsie, he's a legal eagle as well, to tell me about that in terms of, so the guy was accused of stealing a car, must have noticed, oh my gosh, there's a 4-year-old here, and then made the switch to the other car. Vinny, it couldn't have been because he thought, oh, I'm going to fool everybody by being in a different color car. He had to know the helicopters were on him.
Absolutely, but the desperation, and look at the speeds, Robin. This is unreal and incredibly dangerous. You talk about the desperation of this person because you've already carjacked 2 cars, endangered the welfare of a child, possible abduction charges as well. And then what is this person on the run for to begin with? There's probably something else, either a warrant or other charges that are out there. So it's absolutely serious at this moment. And if, in fact, more cars get on the road, it's going to get even more dangerous, potentially, for folks out there in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm updating right now my tablet here, just seeing what the local station that is providing this video is saying. The good thing is the child that was in the red car has been found safe after it was left at, in a car that was running at a gas station in the town of Longmont, and then you saw the suspect switch to this gold car. No, the last thing that they have updated here is that the person was able to avoid some stop sticks that the police put down at least twice. So this is moving on out here. It looks like he's trying to stay on highways. So there are, 2 lanes in one direction to work with here. The scary part is, as you said, is he's overtaking different traffic. What happens when he's not able to get around and then has veered, as we've seen him do this morning, veered into the traffic going the wrong direction in that lane out of desperation, like Vinny notes, to get away from authorities. I have not seen authorities encounter him for a while, and I'm wondering if you have more than one media helicopter on him, or if it's just the helicopter here able to keep tabs on this.
Yeah, as they keep tabs on him, I mean, he's going nowhere. We know how these things always end, Robin. The big question mark is, will anyone get hurt or harmed? And that's the concern of police. And, eventually he's going to run out of space or run out of gas, or they'll be able to set up again, those sticks and shred the tires and have the vehicle stop.
And that's the same thing, too, with a helicopter. You can only fly so long without having to refuel. So I'm wondering how long that will be as well. Look how much faster he's going than everybody in the left lane. But, if you are not, I don't know, listening to local news in your car, you don't know about this crazy person coming up and overtaking you. And if you get in the way of him, well, getting away is his most important thing right now, not necessarily whether he's going to bump and nick your car.
Yeah, and the one thing about this driving on the highway right now is you don't have the issue of stoplights, and that's when things get really dangerous, when we see the chases that end up off the highway onto regular side streets and you've got stoplights. Here, all the traffic's moving. It's not terribly congested, but you do have some of these merges, and it looks like you're getting closer and closer to a more populated area. as this chase continues, and that's the big concern as well.
Yeah, so this, his speeds have varied widely, that local station is reporting. And the air tracker, the helicopter that you're watching right now, I'm on KMGH's weather, I'm sorry, I'm on KMGH's website, and they were saying that the helicopter reports that it was going 102 knots and having trouble keeping up with this minivan. So that gives you a pretty good idea about, oh gosh, that was a near miss, about how fast the guy is trying to get away. Mike Brooks, who as a law enforcement analyst, is on the phone here. So if you're law enforcement authorities, Mike, I don't know if you can see a monitor, but we've had to switch jurisdictions by now, I would think. How does that work?
Well, the producers are telling me, Rob, that he's on, excuse me, on 470, which is an interstate that runs around Denver, and Longmont is a little bit north and east of Denver, right off I-25, because I know that area real well.
Okay.
And 470, when you get in certain areas, it's a toll road. So he's going to be having to blow by some of the toll booths, and you see him, I say right now, Robin and Vinny, he's going at least 80 right now. I'd say right around 80 miles an hour. So you've got a number of small departments in and around. You've got Longmont, and then you come down. You've got Boulder, then you've got Thornton, Denver, Aurora. Now he's taking an exit. He's taking an exit now off of 470. So
okay. He just ran into a car that was at the. He's jumping out, you guys. I do have this on a few seconds delay, so that you're not going to see anything that you wouldn't normally want to see on morning television. We are sensitive to that. So he's jumped out of the car. Seems to be waving his hands. And doing what? Now he's jumped back in. Kind of a moment of decision for him. The car is smoking after it had a fender bender. It might be a flat. With a white car at an intersection here. And now under the underpass, now back out. Boy, if he has a flat, he's going to be his own stop stick, won't he? Is going here. I wonder if he jumped out and thought, okay, maybe I can switch to this white car, but then was a little too close to the white car, and he rear ends the black car right in front of him. The black car is getting rear end right in front of him. I was afraid it may be because he was trying to accost it, but it looks like because he wanted to get off on a ramp. How will this end? He seemed very frantic when he jumped out after hitting a car in the intersection, has now sideswiped this car. Something appears to have fallen off. I believe the wheel, or no, you guys know what? Run. No, not you. I mean, car. Drive away from him, drive away.
The tire fell off.
The tire fell off, but I wish this person would just drive away. Oh, why wouldn't you just drive away?
Oh, my God.
Okay, he's accosted a third car, but the woman was trying to stop him. Let's hope that there's no child or other person in this third car he has taken. Gosh, I guess you don't know why someone hits you if you're the one being accosted, and so you don't know to drive. I wish you could hear us saying, drive, get away, get away, get away. Now he's going the wrong way. This is car number 3. Car number 3, after the tire fell off on car number 2. She tried to get back in that car. Let's hope and pray that there are no children inside or any other person inside. Go ahead, Mike.
Robin, now it looked like when he stopped initially, he got out and it was like, come get me, and then he jumped back in the minivan. Then we saw the tire fall off. Do we know exactly what road?
Mike, he's driving against the traffic now. He's driving against the traffic.
He's driving against the traffic, and you're asking, do we know exactly what road he's on? I don't, but it looks like it's more populated. It's not 470
there's homes
now.
there on the side.
Yeah, we're like in a municipality here. We're not on the highway.
It's almost like Highlands Ranch to me. It looks like the Highlands Ranch area, possibly.
Okay, he just ran into another car, has jumped out. You know, it's frantic how he jumps out. Okay, police have cornered him. He's jumping out and running, just flat out running now, depending on his feet. So at this intersection where he hit another car, he's jumped out.
Tried to get into another car and tried to get into that car when law enforcement came around the corner. I sure hope they have a canine unit somewhere nearby who can run this guy down.
Yeah, I don't know if you might be seeing a few seconds delay, Mike, where you are. So hold up here. I'm a little bit ahead of you. It looks like he has run to a business, run around the business, and has ditched his dark jacket and seems to be running out of some steam here. Police were on foot following him, now is trying to get over this barrier. He's really desperate I mean, okay, police are on foot and within inches of him. He's laying down and giving up. Best thing to do. 3 cops are on him. He tried to jump over the fence. Never once tried to give up here. And only when the 3 are on him has he just laid on the ground and, basically had his wrist ready to be cuffed. He is now cuffed.
Looked like they might have tasered him also when they got him on the ground, because I saw him jump up a little bit. So now they got him in custody. But
yeah, and so there he is on the bare snow with his shirt sleeves off and laying there as the cops are getting him. And so this has ended. We hope for all the people we'll run into. Let's hope that it ended safely for them. It could have ended a lot worse, so let's be grateful for that. I hope that everybody in the cars that he carjacked are okay at this point. It appears that they would be, with the exception of, the fender benders, the collisions that stopped him in his tracks in each of those cars, the last 2. So